Space. It's time for
Hey man, I got my parlay on spawn. They ain't doing shit to him. Come on up. You better eat that shit. He went angel form? Wait, no. Oh fuck, never mind. Oh fuck. I be cooked. Oh my god. Wait, never mind. Tweaking. Ghost Rider transform first. Alright, what's a good job, boys? You finna react to Ghost Rider vs Spawn, alright? No bias here. I don't partake in the comic books, you feel me? But y'all messed with the last Death Battle video, so I was like, let me get this out here, you feel me? Let's get to it. No D-riding, no D-riding. Just pure stats, you feel me? Alright, but first, parlay. Comment down below in the parlay. Over, under, Ghost Rider Spawn. I'm gonna get the little stat line, you feel me? Put all the abilities all together and I'm gonna get my little answer.
Ghost Rider versus Spawn.
The Spirit of Vengeance versus the Dark Angel of Armageddon.
Whiz and I'm
Oh, that's a tough ass
And
names.
it's our job to
Okay.
analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I thought Ghost Rider, all he had was like fire powers. That's all I
has
see.
always been a man possessed,
Alright.
chasing the thrill of certain doom by performing death-defying stunts, following the example of his adoptive father, Crash Simpson.
Until the day Crash lived up to his name and got cancer.
Bumble. Oh,
Heartbroken,
never mind.
and without enough Wampa fruit to save him, Johnny turned to the only thing that could. Chemotherapy.
Alright, thought we went to God first, but y'all take whatever route.
Oh,
To cure Crash's cancer, Johnny sold his soul to Mephisto,
Oh hell
the
no.
8th layer of hell.
only for Crash to actually live up to his name right after.
But instead of
Whoa.
scooping up Johnny's soul, Mephisto had something else in mind. He bound Johnny to
So he sold his soul so he wouldn't die of cancer. He died of something else. Oh, that's evil. I ain't gonna lie, that's evil as fuck.
an instrument of divine wrath.
There it
Spirit
goes.
of vengeance.
There
So
it goes.
Johnny Blaze lived up to his name and burst into hellfire. An undead biker with a sick-ass hug. The 5th scariest Nick Cage performance. The stuntman from hell. He called himself the
Ghost.
Daredevil.
What the
Sorry,
fuck?
Johnny, that name's taken.
Then how about the
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider?
Sure, we definitely didn't forget that we named the character the same thing only 5 years earlier. All you.
The Ghost Rider was bad news.
Real name Jonathan Johnny Blaze. He's 6'2", 220 pounds, former stunt cyclist, bound with the Zerathos, the Vengeance, Spirit of Vengeance, former King of Hell. Oh shit, you gotta be strong then. Fellow Ghost Riders along Danny Ketch and Robbie Red.
For Earth sinners and
Alright.
scumbags. He's strong enough to pull down skyscrapers, blow and cause earthquakes that can be felt across whole countries.
Alright.
Don't even think about fighting.
He got some
can
shit on
remake
him?
his whole body from the hellfire that engulfs him,
Regeneration, I'm hearing that now.
making him immune to all physical damage. Only holy weapons that target his soul can harm him.
It's not just his body, his whole arsenal is hellfire.
Okay.
He can create
Damnation Stare, Demonic Magic, Hell Cycles, Hellfire, Mystical Chains, Penance Stare, Regenerative Healing, Send him so many mutilations, Spirit and Physical. Okay.
anything you can think
Oh,
of from an
I was under the assumption he just had fire powers. This nigga's low-key stacked. He's low-key stacked, check.
a shotgun packed with fiery rounds, or a flaming missile barbed right out of his mouth. Life goals.
And he can imbue other objects with hellfire.
Oh, that's
such as
tough
his
as
hell
fuck.
cycle.
Oh, this badass bike can outpace Thor's hammer Mjolnir, which can cross the universe in seconds.
I'm learning stuff. I'm learning new stuff
Whether
here.
Shot out of his hands, raining down from the sky.
I think he was this
or
OP.
released-
His boner, Wiz. Get it?
I know he was this
And
OP,
it doesn't
huh?
just scorch flesh. Hellfire is so deadly, it can burn away your very soul.
This technique would be mastered by Johnny's successor, his own brother, Danny Ketch.
Johnny's not the only Ghost Rider,
Oh, yeah.
and Danny was the first to master their most famous move, the one that burns your soul to smithereens with just a look, the penance.
How'd that
Penance
work?
Stare inflicts upon its victims every ounce of pain they ever wreaked upon others. No matter how small or righteous, is reflected back.
You know how much ants I done? You know how many ants I done killed? How many bugs I done stomped on? Oh my lord!
A biblical
Oh,
punishment.
That might be.
Obliterating your soul. It
Wait.
even works on other Ghost Riders. Like when
Damn.
Johnny and Danny got into a staring contest and Danny actually depowered Johnny.
Eyes are windows to the
Wow. Wait, so if you were a good person, ain't doing this shit to nobody. Wait, will this work on babies? Cause look, during childbirth, they cause their mother pain. Will this work on a baby, chat? They don't intentionally do it, but they cause her pain. Damn.
Soul, so the Ghost Rider must be able to match his victim's gaze for the pen and stare to work. Some people have survived it, like the Punisher supposedly because he didn't regret his actions, but it did work on him on other occasions.
Well, Johnny can adjust how deadly it is, and it doesn't necessarily have to kill you. Stare to read minds, force you to confess, or just show you the error of your ways.
Remember, the
So it's not you want to use it on some shit, alright? Because I'm thinking like any type of pain. Alright, split. Wait, is it pain with regret, chat? Lord, because they didn't say that at first. Is it pain with regret? Not regretful. That's why I ain't working on the Punisher.
Ghost Rider is two souls in one body, with the kinder Johnny battling the demon Zarathos in a war of control.
Ah, classic Faustian bargain. All the power in the world, but if you want it, it uses you. Because if Johnny gives in, the demon's full might will take over, then everything is screwed.
Zarathos' strength is boundless. He can open up portals between dimensions, control the elements, pen and stare an
The elements? The fuck? Nigga, you're he's the Avatar?
entire city, and fly all the way to Asgard, which is a literal infinite distance away.
He's manhandled some of Marvel's heaviest hitters.
Source of Ghost Rider. He beat the nigga who gave him his powers. He has demonic physiology, nature manipulation, magical energy manipulation. A possible angel?
Like Thor, World War Hulk, and Doctor Strange. Hell, Strange said Zarathos is a threat to all realms.
Damn.
And immortal.
Hyperbole?
Wait.
Again, the Archangel Zadkiel said that the power of the Ghost Rider could threaten all of existence.
What?
And even bring down heaven itself.
Right before an army of Ghost Riders did just that.
Chad, this nigga might be more tough than I really thought.
Yeah, army. The spirits of vengeance are legion.
As far back as the Great Flood, humans have been bonded to the vestiges of God's power to act as his divine wrath on Earth.
Okay.
Of Black Ops.
Okay, does that make Zarathos an angel now, or is he still a demon?
Both? Neither? Despite being one of the greatest entities in existence, it's unclear. What we do know is that ages ago, Zarathos feasted on souls and battled Mephisto for rulership of his realm.
Okay.
Never the trickster claimed victory and gained control of Zarathos forevermore. Hence how he could bond him to Johnny.
But Zarathos got his revenge against that big red bitch with another Ghost Rider, Alejandra Jones.
Who's this?
Bet you wish you had one more day to fix that hole in your chest, huh?
Fan punching bag though he may be, Mephisto is unbelievably powerful. A battle with him could cause omniversal Armageddon, fitting as his fight with Galactus rents the cosmos asunder.
And Galactus's fights can destroy all of Marvel's infinite
What the heck?
That's the kind of awesome power at Zarathos' disposal. Total.
Spawn might be cooked. I don't know too much, but what I'm hearing right now, this nigga might be cooked.
Cosmic annihilation.
So it was no surprise when Johnny went down to the underworld and took Hell's throne for himself.
He became ruler
usurping the devil that ruined his life and finally grabbing destiny by the handlebars.
He's the king of hell?
Scoring the total power of hell itself, plus a sick-ass upgrade, the damnation stare, which skips the whole every pain you've ever inflicted thing and just sends you straight to hell.
Wow.
No shot.
Get something straight, oh, wow.
He lies the head that wears the crown. Johnny began an obsessive crusade to capture
I'll spare Mjolnir survived battling World Hulk. He was spinning there on the whole city. Damn, nigga. Why? What the whole city did? Defeated Doctor Strange, fought the Avengers to a standstill by himself. Oh shit.
All of hell's
demons.
But by
Okay, this
using his
nigga
new
might
power
win
to
here.
damn them to hell, he began absorbing their evil, feeding off of it, and it corrupted him.
Oh,
Once
shit.
again, Johnny Blaze was a man possessed.
In truth, Johnny was just as trapped by Hell's power as he'd always been, and he needed Danny's help to pull him out of the darkness.
Though he gave up Hell's throne, the Ghost Rider continues his war against demons without and within, mentoring his fellow Ghost Riders in the ways of vengeance, always prowling the highways for the evil and the profane.
An unstoppable engine of judgment that, with just a glance, could make Galactus himself shit his pants.
Oh my.
Maybe one day he'll find salvation in the eyes of one of his victims.
Cause they sure as hell won't find any in his. This battle is sponsored by Robin Hood
for the U.S. Army
Alright,
and the
let's get to this
CIA's
now.
most decorated assassin. Simmons upheld democracy around the globe at the barrel of a gun, painting the third world in red, white, and blue, but mostly red.
until his final fateful mission when, per his boss's orders,
Damn.
Al was fired.
Damn.
Learning was only getting started because Al's immortal soul was on a one-way trip to hell.
Where he cut a deal with Malvosia, the big, naked lord of the 8th circle of hell.
By their pact,
Somebody look like they're ripping off somebody here.
Simmons would be reborn a Hellspawn, a superpowered commander of Hell's armies, in exchange for seeing his wife one more time.
Oh,
Okay.
buddy, you're just asking to get monkey's bud.
Al Simmons returned from the dead as a decaying zombie 5 years later.
Oh wow.
After his wife had already remarried
Damn it. Damn. You could wait like.
and had
You
a
could
daughter.
have. Damn.
You saw her. Now get back to
Damn.
work, bitch.
Thus was born the undead warrior from hell
You
itself,
couldn't wait like.
Spawn.
He's so 90s that he comes all
Albert Francis Simmons, alias Colin, Hellspawn, AI, the Sad Man, 6'3", 400 pounds. Damn, nigga. Former CIA assassin, bound to the K-70, former king of hell.
the way back around to being the coolest thing ever. Look upon his edge, wizard, and despair.
Spawn would violently defend New York's downtrodden, while slowly uncovering the full breadth of his demonic powers.
He's like a walking superpower encyclopedia. He can fly,
Okay.
teleport, turn into intangible,
Okay.
move things with mind, make force fields,
Wait.
control the elements and the weather,
Wait.
and even stop time.
Oh, this gonna be a great fight.
Speaking of time, he can fly so fast, he literally breaks into other dimensions and smashes time as a concept.
He might be him, chat. Wait, this nigga might
He
win.
can manipulate matter, shape-shifting his own body or transmuting other objects and people. He can even control and absorb your soul.
Okay.
Wait, Wiz, he can rearrange molecules and crap. Why doesn't he just fix his uggo face?
Well, he tried to do that.
Oh, he can't do it to
but
himself?
Malvosia cursed him so that he could only make himself.
Who the fuck wrote this?
Yeah.
Trolling like that give a thrown in hell.
To be fair, Spawn can achieve a similar result with illusions and mental manipulation. He can read and control minds, implant and replace memories, or
Okay.
simply drive you mad.
Spawn can do all of this crazy.
Body manipulation, intangibility, invisibility, shapeshifting, transmutation, regeneration, manipulation, energy absorption, flight, mental manipulation, necromancy. Oh, he might. Okay. Sun Jin Woo says necroplasm, sentence. So they both got that. Teleportation, time manipulation, and weather manipulation. He low key got more shit though.
Crazy shit
Low
because
key.
it runs on necroplasm, basically hell juice.
You're not wrong. Necroplasm is the energy that makes up hell itself.
Okay.
Al's body is composed of 400 pounds of it.
Oh
He
wow.
can wield it like an energy blaster empowered by the sins of others. Spawn can absorb your evil and feed off of it.
Okay.
Quite simply, on Earth, Spawn feels all of humanity's pain all at once.
Oh
He's even
wow.
absorbed the sins of 8 million New Yorkers instantly, cleansing them of their evil.
Like Jesus?
Or he can do the reverse and make you experience the full
Oh.
weight of your own sins,
Okay, see, like doing the same shit.
feeling every bit of pain you've ever inflicted on others over your whole life.
Oh, that's
Like
crazy.
Some sort of penance.
Though Spawn's
Penance
necroplasm comes
there.
with a catch.
Yeah, he's got a limited amount of the stuff, and it drains every time he uses his powers.
Okay.
If he out, he's dragged back to hell.
Even depowered, Spawn can rely on his elite military training in hand-to-hand combat.
Wait,
He's
so
even
how does it
fought
recharge?
Batman to a standstill.
Okay.
And as befits him,
Batman should not be able to do some shit like this, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Training in hand-to-hand
This
combat.
nigga right
He's
here
even
should not be able to do shit like. Batman got too much plot armor. I'm gonna keep it there. He should not be able to do. He's a nigga. He's a rich nigga in a bat costume. Nigga, it's Halloween for this nigga. He's not doing extra shit. He shouldn't be able to do this.
fought Batman
Like-
to a standstill.
All the shit he under his belt. Batman should die in the first hit.
and as befits his past profession, he loves his big-ass 90s guns.
Damn,
So
nigga.
his greatest weapon is the sentient being he's genetically and spiritually bonded to, his cloak. Letha of the 7th House of K.
You ever
Okay.
wonder why his cape's red? Nope, well, now you are, and it's red because it's made from the apple Eve ate in the Garden of Eden. It's
Oh.
literally made of original sin.
Oh.
Also, the souls of a million sinners, including every one of Hell's victims. Also, a touch of vampire for good measure.
K7
Oh, he's
Letha
stacked
is
out.
constantly evolving. It can act independently to defend Spawn with an infinite stream of
Agni X, Chains of Hell, God Fruit, Guns. I'm not reading all that. Case of Lethal. Sword of the Spirit.
Chains,
Low key
transform into
stacked
weapons,
though.
or drain people of their power. It is the most potent weapon Hell has ever created.
It even helped Spawn beat the primordial dark god Urizen, who can destroy and eat your soul with just a glare.
Oh.
Except the souls bonded to Spawn acted as a buffer, allowing him to survive.
You'd think with an arsenal like that, he'd be unstoppable. But Hellspawns have a weakness to holy weapons and
So they both with holy weapons, alright.
can be killed permanently if decapitated by one.
Though Spawn has managed to survive this in the past. No, Spawn's greatest weakness is his own, how do I put this? Stupidity.
So Spawn fought this angel lady, Angela. Great name for an angel. She had this dimensional lance that could wipe Hellspawn out of existence, and Spawn got it. But instead of, being the mysterious angel weapon that hurts him, he just had to push the big shiny button and activate it on himself.
And so, Spawn was forever destroyed, until he reconfigured reality to undo his own inexistence.
There,
What? How
good as new. That has to be the first time we've seen someone accidentally kill themselves and survive.
On his quest as Hell's greatest warrior, Spawn has defeated a serial killer ice cream man, a demonic clown, and even his old boss remade by Heaven into an anti-Spawn. He's even encountered other Hell.
Let me again.
Even his old boss remade by Heaven
Remade by Heaven. So his boss went to heaven. This thing went to hell. That ain't fair.
into an anti-Spawn. He's even encountered other Hellspawn.
Killing bad guys might seem counterintuitive
Low key, their backstory's kind of same.
if you work for a Hell Lord, but it actually just adds more souls to Balbosia's army. An army Spawn would have to lead in a war with Heaven that'd kill all of humanity.
Because the reason Malbolgia chose Al to be his commander wasn't that he was some great warrior. It was because Al had proven that he was the best at taking orders.
All his life and all his death, Al was nothing more than a hired gun.
But he knew
wow.
it, and he would do so no more.
So Spawn marched down to Hell and ripped Balbosia's head off with a scream so loud it echoed through all of reality. Spawn became the king of the 8th circle of Hell.
Okay.
As Kings is literally a part of Hell itself.
Hell King Spawn constantly increases in power, giant form, omnipotent in hell, full of obliteration, divine spawn, angelic wings, granted by the mother. Okay. Whoa. I got spawned. I got spawned in 5, alright?
Gaining access to an unlimited pool of energy that increases 100-fold with every heartbeat. He's effectively omnipotent in there, and strong enough to challenge other Hell Lords like Mammon and Satan.
He got so strong, the only thing left was to finally resolve the war between Heaven and Hell.
Okay.
But Spawn needed help from the being who created this God and Satan to begin with, the mother of existence, Gaia.
She wasn't cool with her kids being total assholes, so she appointed Spawn to be the universe's savior.
By eating the fruit from the tree of life, Spawn became truly divine.
Okay.
Capable of battling God and Satan in a stalemate for eternity that extinguished all life on Earth.
Oh
And
no.
each of them were powerful enough to create and control infinitely sized universes.
Spawn broke the stalemate by letting God and Satan destroy him, only for Gaia to separate the two from the reality they threatened.
Then, just like the time with the Lance, Spawn respawned and recreated the Earth. Poof, good as new.
Finally freed of the weight of heaven.
We created the entire world, closed all dead zones created by God, tore a hole in space-time continuum, survived and rewrote his own existence, stated to be the strongest match God and Satan in divine form. Nigga, this nigga might. Nah, I got spawned in 5.
In Hell, Al asked to be reborn as a human.
Y'all think I got spawned in 5.
Serve to carry on his undead penance in perpetuity.
He's a creature of the 90s, Wiz. He won't be happy unless he can angstily brood over the injustice of his own existence.
Though if you threaten the alley he calls home, beware, because Spawn will turn whatever's left of your life
Ugly. Nigga need some
into a
lotion.
living hell.
Nigga need some lotion.
This battle is sponsored by
Orange plots.
It's time for
Hey man, I got my parlay on spawn. Cause look, wait, you wanna know why? Cause what if you try to absorb this nigga evil, right? Cause Spawn ain't had that problem. Ghost Rider did. He went mad. So I think Spawn can really work off
I
it.
like these. Same.
Alright.
Brimstone in the air. Something's coming. If it wants a piece of me, There'll be hell to pay.
Go back to the pit you squirmed from, Hellspawn.
Okay. Yeah, Blink. Okay.
It's nothing but vengeance calls.
Oh, he had a time limit on his powers. Okay. Well, that time limit went down kind of quick. He just said 98, now it's at 77. Don't play with me. I put my parlay on this. All right, don't do that.
You fight like a bum.
Nigga say you fight like a bum.
You've earned your damnation.
No way. Oh wait, but they fight an infinite. Okay, never mind. We're not fight the hell. Is that a semi-truth? Time stop.
Be damned. Yes, you will.
Okay. I think Scorpion. Wait, okay. What was this loop? This is form or something? That ain't doing shit to him. Come on, somebody eat that shit. He went angel form? Wait, no. Oh fuck, never mind. Oh fuck. Might be cooked. Oh my god. Wait, never mind. Tweaking. Ghost Rider transform first. Wait, but oh fuck, he might be cooked, shit. Spawn might be cooked, cause I'm pretty sure. No, he got one more form, he has to.
Holy cannot disguise your wickedness. God forbid.
Okay, what we're doing? What the fuck? No.
Your sins are innumerable. I am here to wreak vengeance upon your
Animation got tough out of nowhere. Is he cooked, check? He has more. Wait. Okay.
taste of your own.
They got right here though. This lit the best.
He's the Prince of Lies. Wait, I'm an innocent.
Yes, sir.
It's like you said, nothing personal, asshole.
Parlay up, nigga. I had no. Hey,
This was a nail.
had me nervous. Nervous right there. You feel me? The wings got torn off. He transformed. I was kind of transformed right there.
Fighter of a battle that
But I had faith still. Come on,
against Spawn's skill and versatility. Let's break this down into 4 categories.
First up, power. Divine Spawn could match God and Satan, who could create universes. Similar in scale to Ghost Rider's bouts with a lot of the powerhouses in Marvel.
But Zarathos was different. Remember, his power can match that of Mephisto and Galactus, who can threaten all of Marvel's infinite cosmic reality, far greater than any cosmos Spawn has ever affected. Even though Spawn's battled and defeated Satan in more recent comics, implying he's retained a level of power similar to his divine form, he couldn't match Zarathos in power alone.
Ghost Rider may take power, but remember,
Man.
Johnny actively resists
Hey man, I
Zarathos'
feel
influence.
like
So Spawn may have had time in the fight to learn and adapt to Ghost Rider before he went full Blue Fury.
And Spawn definitely had the edge in skill. He
Did he?
spent decades in military combat and is a master martial artist, whereas Johnny more so relies on his invincibility.
The ultimate dream power for a stuntman. Even with his crazy powers, Ghost Rider was a lot more direct than Spawn, pretty much entirely focused on attacking the soul.
Which doesn't bode well for his versatility. Spawn can
he had too
manipulate
much.
matter, turn
I ain't gonna lie.
intangible, control minds, warp reality. The Ghost Rider had a much more limited arsenal by comparison. Spawn had a huge advantage in this category.
Though with his invincibility, way greater power, and the ability to scorch your soul to nothing, Ghost Rider could score the win through brute force, right?
Not exactly. The last piece of the puzzle is their resistances. Basically, who was harder to kill. Spawn's constant mainlining of humanity's collective sin and pain meant he could survive attacks on his soul, including the penance stare, just like he resisted a very similar attack from Urizen.
Best
All right,
remember
he's
the
like
time
prepared
he
for this.
rewrote reality to undo his own inexistence?
There was nothing the Ghost Rider could do to overpower that. And that time with the Lance wasn't planned, it was purely instinctual. He could replicate it any time he wanted, like in his with God and Satan.
So how do you put Spawn down for good? Well, you can't. At least Johnny and Zarathos couldn't.
Unlike how Ghost Rider's soul has been vulnerable to attack before, like when Danny used Penance Stare to depower Johnny.
This sort of thing actually happens a lot, even
Oh,
in
wow.
recent comics. The whole reason Johnny and
That
Zarathos
boy,
fought
he
in the
be in a
first
toss
place
throwing like
is
that?
because Zarathos' soul was manipulated by Mephisto.
And not only does Spawn have plenty of experience manipulating souls, he can replicate the effect of the Penance Stare itself.
And just think about that. A penance stare on Zarathos would mean he's feeling the pain from every penance stare that he's ever done. A penance squared.
The Damnation
Oh,
Stare,
wow.
on the other hand, actively helped Spawn, sending him to hell where he gets a literal infinite power boost.
And it wasn't just Spawn's soul powers that had spelled trouble. He had other ways to bypass Ghost Rider's immortality too, like transmutation, rewriting reality, or just straight up stealing his powers, which has
Oh, I forgot
worked
you
on
do that.
multiple Ghost Riders in the past.
Giving
I
Spawn
didn't forget he had
the final
that in the back
edge.
pocket.
Zarathos was almost unbeatable, a massive power advantage. So
He was far stronger, matching speed, and capable of killing Spawn. Yes, yeah. But Spawn was more. Hey, man, Spawn had it.
Full destruction.
I would say
immortality,
far weaker.
but Spawn could counter everything thrown at him, and was too unkillable for Zarathos' strength advantage to matter in the long run against his crazier abilities.
That was one hell of a fight, and at least Johnny went out in a blaze of glory.
The winner is Spawn.
Next time on Death Battle.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks.
All right, man. What can I say? You know, I was a little shaking up a bit. I thought my nigga phone was out for the count right there. I thought he got. But hey, since I won my parlay, I feel like if y'all really enjoyed the video, enjoyed my reaction, drop a comment, like, subscribe, man. Go through my other videos, you feel me? My other reactions, man, you feel me? I'm trying to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. You feel me? It's April. I'm not forcing you to hit the button like that. Subscribe, none of that. Share my shit. But if you want to, you can. I could continue doing this. It's like, yeah, I can't force y'all niggas, man. But I could persuade y'all on some shit. Gun to the back of your head, you feel me? I'm trolling. But alright, dude. I'll fuck with y'all.